Hey, I just wanted to show what we can do for the tripod to accommodate the net that we're going to put over the sound booth. So with these three wheels here, I've got the tripod out to its widest. I think that's the best idea, to keep it out at its widest at the base, because that should be the most stable. And I've got one leg tucked into the corner and one leg tucked against the wall, so there's the most room to move around. So this is the widest possible tripod. Right now I've got it at its highest height with everything lifted up. So what we're going to do to lower it for the net is just undo these three and slowly let this come all the way down. I would go with this handle to support the tripod head as we're letting it down, and then I'll show what that looks like after I've done it. So here's the tripod let all the way down, and then you don't even have to relatch these, because the first thing the next person's going to have to do is lift it up again. So I just kept all three of them open, and I just slowly let this down. The legs are still at their widest like that. It's just kind of steeper angles because the legs are shorter. So I just brought the double braces all the way down to closed and left the lower part of the leg at its full height. So the first step for the net is doing the front edge. There are ways of double looping that loop to make it smaller. I don't want to bother with that for now. So just hook the loop onto each of those front cleats. So find one corner, do the next edge over the board, all the way through, and it's just these four along the front edge. So once the front edge is done and the net can unroll totally freely, just make sure you're not catching on anything majorly as you pull it back. We're going to fold the net up every time. I don't like it sitting behind the soundboard like that. There are just too many cables and connectors that could get snagged, and it could really do a number on some of the connectors on the board itself, which is really bad because then we've got to send the board away for a fix. So we'll just make sure to lift the net over smoothly to these back cleats. Then on both sides for the back cleats, you're just going to pull it pretty tight and just do a figure of 8 a couple times around this thing, just so the rope won't release. So that's all I'm doing. I pull it around the first time and then up and over and up and over and up and over to make a figure 8. I do that for this side, and I do it in the back corner, and you can still sneak out really easily once you've done that. Now the rest that we're doing are all on this rail here, and the easiest way to do it, I think, is to do a quick clove hitch, and I'm going to show that. So I've taken all the chairs and put them with the backs of the chairs up against the counter, just to help make more space up over the board. And then for these ropes, as they come over the rail, you're going to drape it over. This is a little tricky to do with one hand, so we'll see how I do. And you pick it up to the right of the rope, and then you cross over and pick it up on the left side, and then you go through the area that you've crossed over like this. And I can tighten down on that, and it'll stay. And that's a clove hitch, one-handed no less, and it's way easier with two hands. Let me show you another one here. So I drape the rope up over the rail, I come up on the right-hand side of it, cross over in front, pick it up on the left-hand side of the loop, and come around through the part that I've crossed. I just pull tight and it'll totally stay put. And then to release it, you just pull on the loose end and this loop will come out. Why not carry on, because I'm on a roll here. Here's the rope over the rail. Bring it up on the right. Cross it over on the left. And go through the crossed part. Like that. Just look up Clove Hitch if you want to know any more about it. But pulling it nice and tight on all these four. We've made the net the same like mirror image wise, so you'll end up with this loose end here that has no rail to go over, and that's just in case we did the net the other way around and they all ended up on that side. But what you should end up with is 4 quick little hitches on the rail on this side, plus the 2 cleats on the end.